Okay, this lesson is on appositive phrases. An appositive is a noun. That noun is placed next to another noun in the sentence, and it identifies it and gives us some additional information about it. So a lot of times we think of them as they're used as definitions to define another noun in a sentence. An example would be Nicolas Francois Appert, a chef, made an important discovery. So in this sentence, Nicolas Francois Appert is your subject and made is your verb. Chef is a noun giving us additional information about the subject. Okay, it is giving us information about the noun immediately in front of it, which is Nicolas Francois Appert, and it is telling us that what Appert was. He was a chef. Chef is the appositive in the sentence. So Nicolas Francois Appert is our subject. Chef is the appositive. Appositive phrases are a group of words that includes an appositive. The other words describe the appositive. So they are adjectives modifying our noun. That's telling us about another noun. Nicolas Francois Appert, a French chef, made an important discovery. The noun chef still identifies Appert, so this is still our appositive. The word French describes chef, a French chef. So this whole set of words, this noun phrase, is what we would call an appositive phrase. Okay, and the whole thing describes Nicolas Francois Appert. They can be anywhere in the sentence. They can be at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. The important thing is that they will always appear next to the noun it's identifying. Always. The appositive or appositive phrase will be separated from the rest of the sentence by commas. Very important. So some examples. An expert on food, Appert worried about food spoilage. Appert is the subject, worried is our verb. Here, an expert on food is our appositive phrase. It's right at the beginning of the sentence. It's describing the noun right next to it, Appert, and is separated by a comma. Appert, an expert on food, worried about food spoilage. Here, we put the subject first. Appert is still our subject. An expert on food is our appositive phrase. It's telling us about Appert. Worried is the verb. How do we know that Appert is our subject here? Well, the appositive phrase is set off by commas. Okay, so it's not the subject, and it's who worried about food spoilage. So this gives us more specific information. It was Appert who worried, not just some random expert. So the expert on food is more information about Appert. Appert is the more specific noun here. The government agency gave Appert, an expert on food, a cash award. So an expert on food is still our appositive. It's still modifying Appert. Here, it's further in the sentence. Government is our subject. Gave is the verb. Appert is our indirect object. And the appositive is modifying the indirect object. Award would be our direct object. Okay, so again, set off by commas from the rest of the sentence. And finally, a simple solution had occurred to Appert, an expert on food. So we still have our appositive phrase here. It's still modifying Appert, and it's set off by a comma. Here, Appert is the object of a preposition. Your assignment. You are to write a sentence and include an appositive phrase in the sentence. You're going to identify the appositive phrase and the noun it is modifying. So an example, proof, Miss Stace's German Shepherd loves to chase birds. In this sentence, Miss Stace's German Shepherd is our appositive. It's telling us about proof. It's set off with commas from the rest of the sentence. Very important that you tell me, though, how you did it. So yellow is my appositive phrase. Underline is the noun it is modifying. You can't just do this part of it. This part, yellow, is the positive phrase. Underline is the noun it's describing, is necessary to get full credit for your assignment.